hear that? That was a coyote. Whether it's a conscious choice or whether it's a subconscious kind of decision, well, I guess maybe just a subconscious kind of wanting of beauty, I guess. I mean, this to me is beauty. It's the greatest gift we have. It really doesn't matter who you are, what you do for a living. When you experience this, it doesn't matter where you live, but when you see the end of the day or the beginning of the day and what, you know, what the earth, I mean, what the atmosphere, what, you know, we take for granted offers us, you know, it's, you can't help but, you know, just be astounded by it. And I think when I look at, you know, even the most mundane thing, just be it a puddle, you know, or a bank of, you know, of the Alouette here, I perceive it a certain way. Maybe it's just, you know, a romanticized kind of, I guess for the lack of a better word, but, you know, romanticizing even the boring and putting it in these beautiful conditions and, you know, making something that is just plain and boring, making it beautiful. You know, you kind of release all your babies to the world, and it's always just kind of interesting to see, you know, when they go up on the walls at the gallery, to kind of see and read if what you had intended is kind of being read properly. You know, it's kind of this barometer of direction. If something doesn't sit well with me when it comes out of the studio, you know, it may be good, you know, it may be well executed, but, you know, something just doesn't quite jive with the painting. It will show itself pretty quickly to people, right? You know, people are a pretty good gauge. It's how it affects them emotionally. You know, not saying that the work is all, you know, soft and fluffy and sentimental. You know, it's not like that at all. It's, you know, I want you to see something that I've done, look at it, and truly be moved by it. You know, like look at it and just absorb what you're seeing. You know, and I think I have somewhat of a pretty good understanding, you know, of kind of letting that out onto canvas. I mean, I'm deeply affected by what I see when I'm walking around down on the dikes and in the marshes and stuff. There's just something about that landscape that just absolutely speaks to me. You know, last year was a very difficult time in my life, and it would just be like everything that I saw. You know, how trees hung, how water reflected, how the sky was lighting up certain parts of, you know, of the earth, the grasses, and it just kind of transcended everything that I was feeling. You're in the city, you know, houses, rows upon rows of houses, and cars buzzing all over the place. And then you go out there, And it's just such an instantaneous change, and you feel like, even though you hear stuff going on around you, you feel very, very alone out there, like very alone. And it's just, be it maybe this spiritual, for the better use of a word, a spiritual place to be for me. It's magical. It really is. There's just something so beautiful and lush and mysterious. This area has got such great history, such great history. I read a really interesting quote, and I'm trying to remember who. It goes to the effect of, abstract painting is as literal as it can be, because it is paint on canvas with no real intent other than to be abstract, as opposed to realism, which is the illusion of painting light, atmosphere, distance, and perspective. And how abstract is that idea? You're looking at water, you're looking at how it reflects the world above it. And compositionally, I use it just to balance paintings, but I also use it to kind of mirror, imagery. And it's all about balance. It's all about this kind of momentary stillness, this momentary kind of quiet that can change instantly, and it's gone, it's fleeting. When I tell you that there's lots going on in the studio, there's lots going on. Oh, I have to. That's the thing, right? It's if I don't, and I could sit and work and on pieces for months and months and months and produce virtually nothing a year. I'm quite happy with. I feel like I've accomplished something, but I'm really excited to think, okay, well, I've still probably got another 40 years, of painting. I figure I'll probably paint well into my 80s if I can hold a paintbrush, right? And the possibilities of learning, new things, experimenting with new mediums and new styles and just new imagery, maturing that way artistically is an exciting thing for me. So, but living my life as an artist, saying, you know what? I'm not going to have anybody dictate to me what I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint what I'm going to paint. I'm going to do it really well. I know what is good, what is not good. Not good never makes it out of the studio. Why perfectionism? Why the orderly kind of lifestyle? And it's like, you're given a gift to be able to create, and create anything. It's just a matter of believing that you can do it. And as you get older, you start to believe that, yeah, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. You walk into a gallery, you walk into a museum, and you see something, and you think, wow, that is fantastic. I need to learn this. And you learn it. Your mind, working as an independent thing, away from your abilities, starts, to work, and you start applying what you've just technically learned, thinking, okay, the limitations are there is no limitations. It's just the possibilities are endless here. And so, as long as my hands work, things will continue to kind of move forward. Hard work pays off. Right? It pays off. The harder you work, you can't fail by working hard. You can't fail by learning. I've spent my whole life feeling like I've failed, and this is one thing I will not fail at. I refuse to allow that to be. Yeah, it's just a willingness to want to learn.